Hello everybody, and just here and welcome back to Symphogear. Senki Zesshou Shinai Symphogear. The OVAs. The OVAs for G. There are two of them, each is 13 minutes long, so I think we can squeeze both of them into a single episode. That's exactly what we're gonna do. I have absolutely no idea what to expect from them. I know that they are made in a chibi style. It's not like a big OVA that's also either somehow relevant to the plot, for the most part, or something that particularly, I don't know, expands on the lore maybe. Uh, I'm expecting some fun little stories, some fun little vignettes, things that perhaps didn't quite make it to the series proper because there were more important things to show, and all the stuff that didn't make there is presented to us in this format, kinda like the OVA for Doro Doro. I think that's the vibe I'm getting from it. Again, haven't seen it, I've absolutely no clue what to expect. But yeah, here we are. Anything else that needs to be said? Oh, right, yeah, one more thing. One more thing that does need to be said. I promised that I will watch everything Symphogear there is to see, OVAs, movies, what have you. And if you're watching this on Patreon, then next weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday, not quite sure yet, there will be we will be viewing the first concert on Discord, so join it right here. If you're watching it on YouTube, then we're doing it either today or tomorrow. Did I get my... No, if you're watching it on YouTube, then we did it last week. Then I probably posted some announcement video beforehand, and you noticed it, and you joined us on Discord to watch the concert. If you haven't been there, if you missed it, I will have probably recorded it or live streamed it, and the VOD should be somewhere on the channel, so go ahead and look it up and join the Discord regardless. There's a link here, there's a link in the description. It's a cool place, and it will only get colder when you join there. Okay, yeah. Let's not. Let's just watch it, right? Let's just watch it. Why is the timer running? There we go. There we go. The timer should not be running quite yet. As your subs, that's my sound, and a reminder that you can support me by sharing my videos or by supporting me monetarily directly on Patreon, link in the description, and all that stuff. With all that out of the way, we can start watching Senki Zesshou Shinai Symphogear. Wait, did the subs disappear? No, subs are here. Okay, and the timer started. God fucking damn it, this video is a mess. Okay, now seriously, Symphogear OVA, the first two OVAs are gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, 2 weeks after the destruction of the moon. Ah, that explains what happened to them. They were isolated for some reason. Yeah, okay, makes sense. I'm guessing she's not really. No, actually, she thought that Hibiki died, so... That's herself, because she just cannot live without Miku. Ah, yes, the angst. Can you even order a pizza here? She just wants to sit there quietly and brood. Chris just wants some quiet brooding time. Yeah, exactly. It does give her some nice bit of additional characterization, though. Gotta admit. Nope. Ah. Yeah. You will learn to be a weapon as well, Chris. Another welcome party. In the dorms? Oh, here on the base. Yep. It's like that meme of the public toilet that poop alone, poop with friends. She has no choice here. Chris doesn't appreciate hand holding. Or perhaps she appreciates it a little bit too much. Ah, a remake of this scene in chibi art style. You deserve it. You had it coming. She finally stopped punching. Sun has already set. Ah, yes, the kids these days. Phonic gain, Aufwachen waveforms. Song goes in, power goes out. Yeah, Chris's lyrics are like that. Not gonna disagree there, Chris. I think any psychiatrist would run from either of you. Yep. Of course you don't. Miku really enjoys the attention. Ah, yes. Best friend. Best friend. And they were roommates. They are best friends and roommates. Future historians will have quite the conundrum there. You get paid? Yep. Yeah, she does go through bikes quite quickly, doesn't she? Buy food and a motorcycle. Yeah, Genjuro is probably not the best buying partner either. Altar? Yeah, buying an altar is quite unexpected from Chris, gotta admit. Yeah. Ah, understandable. Okay, understandable that she would buy an altar. Yes, I am a weapon. You're a celebrity. You're expected to make appearances in places like that. Maybe you. Are we gonna see the actual quiz though? Yeah, not her weapon of choice. And the questions will be nothing like those. Ogawa, you manipulator. The quiz proper time? No, Chris and her altar. Well, it's better when it was all quiet, isn't it? There we go. That was the first OVA. I don't know if there will be any point like going through it again, but I guess we should stick to the tradition and go through it again regardless, and then we're gonna watch the next one. Is there really any need? Uh, I think maybe a little. I think this first OVA was actually supposed to be seen between the first season and the second season, between the first season and G, because I mean chronologically that's where it's located. I like how it adds an additional fair bit of characterization, particularly to Chris. Her sitting here brooding. It didn't quite get to me when I was watching the second season. I didn't quite grasp the fact that Chris has so much built up resentment for herself because she was the one who awakened the staff of Solomon, right? And she feels responsible for all of that. Here, it actually gives her time to reflect on it, and it actually shows the viewer, pretty much slaps the viewer in the face with a mallet with Chris's brooding, with Chris's thoughts. And I actually think I would have received and understood Symphogear G a little better if I've seen this first OVA before I started watching G. Interesting. I thought that it's going to be mostly just fun stuff, haha, funny stories that we didn't quite manage to squeeze in, but there is just some, hints and tinges of depth. It's not all just slapstick comedy. Sure, there is some, but yeah, Chris being a tsundere, that's well established here. Miku scaring me. Miku really could become a yandere at any moment. Honestly, I mean, she kinda did become yandere in G, didn't she? Kinda, sort of the motivations, right? I will fight, I will kill everybody, destroy the world, whatever, so that you can be safe, so that you don't have to fight. Kinda, sort of deal. But Miku is scaring me. And I think she scares everybody. Besides Tsubasa. Tsubasa's face here is like no thoughts, head empty. She just stares into the distance. Genjuro is distressed, Chris is distressed, Ogawa doesn't know what to think. Discussing the lyrics, a little bit of whatchamacallit? Not self-deprecation, not self-understanding. They get that the lyrics can be a little bit cringy at times, but that's why we love them. And I fully agree with this statement. If that's what you call a personality, it's on a level a psychiatrist would run away from. A little bit of a background for how they've always done it, that they can use the lower bank for storage. And if the main series didn't hint enough at the show not needing the viewers to wear Yuri goggles, this is not even a hint. This is just straight out. My best friend who calls me her sunshine doesn't realize that she's actually the sun. Oh my god, they were best friends. Chris's view of Miku and of Hibiki and Tsubasa isn't entirely inaccurate, but see what I said about it, this OVA not entirely being just slapstick comedy. There's a hint, a tinge of seriousness in it, right? She purchased an altar because without it, this is a house that only I come to, and I don't want to feel like I left out my mama and papa. That's some heavy stuff. That's some real fucking heavy stuff. Yeah, Ogawa, ever the manipulator, giving Tsubasa questions that she would, of course, instantly know the answers to, only to make her agree to come to the quiz. Anything in particular that needs mention earlier? No, not really, except that Chris doesn't like hand-holding. Quite yet. She will come around, I have no doubt. So, that was the first OVA. Let me reset the timer, and we can watch the second one now. There we go. Subs, sound, timer. And we can start watching it. The second OVA of Symphogear. Oh, right, I forgot to mention what version it is. It's version by... I don't know, it was like top seeded on Nya. I don't know, grab whichever version you want, I guess. If I manage to find information about what version exactly it is, I'm gonna post it in like pinned comment or something. But yeah, the second OVA is gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Feel this prior to the performance. Chris is excited, isn't she? Not quite, Miku. Not quite. Stinging nettle and cherry. I don't want you to be with another woman. Ah. Yep. She cares about her friends. About proper nutrition. Because she gets free catering. Yeah. Some good old yakiniku. Oh, you have no idea. What a personality, huh? Right, someone told me that Ogawa is actually a descendant of some ninja clan. That's why he has all those various abilities. I guess by Tsubasa's standards, it was. She was. Yeah, they are very much alike. Actually, genuinely, Maria and Tsubasa are very much alike. Okay, maybe not that part of them. But no, it's another quiz show. Yeah. What show is it this time? Ah, Survivor or something? Cooking with Tsubasa. I'd watch it. Why not? Instant ramen. Ah, the everything soup. Oh no, an indirect kiss! Twice! Sprinkle in some MSG. And there's none left. Where are you even getting money from? Dried mackerel, what a feast. I mean, yeah, drying and smoking were the earliest ways of preserving food. Drying, smoking, and fermentation. And you're gonna need that. You're gonna need all the DHA you can get. In what way? By Snoo Snoo. I guess they don't have quite the relationship that Hibiki and Miku have. Ah, she has circulation problems. Are we gonna see Chibi Ver? That's what I wanna see. Which is very uncharacteristic for her. Des. I can at least make sure they eat healthy. Ah. Right, the training montage. An action movie, I'm guessing. Or is it like a video of her parents or something? No, it's an action movie. Ah. Should have gotten her John Wick. Although I guess John Wick wasn't made back then. I think. Yep. Lyrics from the depth of her heart and soul. Yep. Exactly. The lyrics mean exactly what you think they mean. Of course. Yeah, probably. If it's Hibiki, yeah, she managed to befriend a wild animal that is Chris, and you three are much more civilized, so. In the next season, I'm assuming. This being. Ah, she wrote a letter to Shirabe, I'm assuming. Okay, that was nice. Again, just a little bit of added characterization. I can really appreciate it. Okay. Uh, Again, I don't know if there is any point to it, but let's go through it again. As usual. Uh, right, Tsubasa's initial performance. Miku being jealous. Yeah, sailors used to have different women at every port. Hibiki isn't smart enough for that. Hibiki isn't smart enough to juggle uh, multiple relationships. She's absolutely not. That raises a question that Maria is now an idol and she has access to all those buffets and whatnot, but how exactly did she become an idol? Right? That's that's a question I have. Was she an idol before she took part in those experiments? Or did she become an idol as a part of the plan to save the Earth? Or that's not clear to me, but I'm assuming we're going to explore it a little when it's time for some Maria-centric episodes. Now that she, I'm assuming, will join us. I fully expect the next season to include both Maria as well as Shirabe and Kirika, and there will be some episodes dedicated to them, to their need for repentance, to Maria going through uh, her regrets, and she would have plenty of them. So maybe we're gonna learn more later. But yeah, I'd assume it wasn't easy to keep up her idol persona while living in an abandoned hospital. I don't know. Yes, playing the outgoing extrovert, haughty, mighty Ojo-sama, but she's really not like that. If I could somehow just be like that normally, that wouldn't be so hard, but you aren't. And of course, Tsubasa sees Maria as someone very cute, and okay, gonna have to screenshot it. Actually, subtitles, primary track, none, and screenshot it, and I'm gonna make it into a sticker. Just gonna take the cursor away. I'm gonna make it into a sticker on, on my Discord. I have to. It's amazing. Subtitles, primary track, subtitles, unknown English. There we go. It's the first time I've heard the phrase keep things tidy. Yeah, it shows. And of course, more people, more shows want Tsubasa there. She's an idol. She should get used to it. Shirabe is the cook. And they just casually keep exchanging indirect kisses, don't they? Just going back and forth, back and forth. Dried mackerel. I'd be scared shitless as well if I saw something like that. And of course, Kirika's first instinct is to just scream death. She really is into her death persona. That I mean, death persona. She's really into the theme of her Symphogear, I guess, with a scythe and all that. Kind of wish her songs were more like death metal, but I guess we can't have everything. And this is Equilibrium, yeah. Also some gun kata, some nice gun kata show there. And I'm guessing, wait, it. I want to say that I'm guessing that Chris did pick up some tricks from here, from this movie, that she might be able to use her guns in close quarters like that, but I'm not quite sure. Was it actually shown in the previous, in like Symphogear G, that she was using her weapons in close quarters or not? I don't know. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Maybe she's gonna start using them in CQC in future episodes. And yeah, that's how strongly I feel for you. Really, I love you. Daisuki dayo. I was half expecting Aishiteru yo, but we can't have everything, I guess. And yeah, it really flows from the heart. You realize it now, Miku, don't ya? And of course, Hibiki would be the first one to befriend Maria. After all, she is the one whose Symphogear, whose uh, armed gear essentially is her hands. She holds hands, she brings people together, she joins them and makes them better. That's what Hibiki is. So, of course, her first instinct would be to immediately just befriend Maria. Unconditionally. Again, that's how Hibiki is. He managed to befriend Chris. So, of course, she would want to befriend everybody else. And Kirika's letter. Death. There we go. That was the OVAs. Huh. This view. Let me move my tea. What else is there to say, really? Both of those OVAs, I fully expected them to be more of a, I guess, fully light-hearted slapstick comedy kind of deal. That is often the case for OVAs of some heavy shows, where the only chance to have some fun, quote unquote, is in the OVAs, because the show itself is all drama, tragedy, betrayal, fight, death, gore, and whatnot, and they use the OVA, they throw in some super deformed characters and funny shenanigans as a way to lighten things up, and perhaps also ease, maybe not ease the selling of merch, but give themselves new opportunities for merch. So that instead, or rather instead, besides being able to buy a full figurine of the bloodied main character with a dripping sword in their hand or whatever, you can also buy some chibi plushies and whatnot. In this case, it wasn't fully just haha funny slapstick comedy, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the additional level of depth here, additional level of character exploration, really. Symphogear, the main series, is often going at a breakneck pace. It's not something I hold against it. It's not something that bothered me particularly much. Besides the finale of the first season, that felt really way too fast for my tastes. But all in all, the breakneck pace is fine. But that also means we lose opportunities at fully characterizing our characters, or rather at explicitly characterizing them. In my Discord, I often see someone posting a series of screenshots with descriptions how see how Kirika averted her eyes here, and then Shirabe appeared in the frame, and Kirika immediately moved her gaze, and her right foot went forward towards Miku, and that kind of analysis of those super in-depth and super subtle things that add additional characterization, and that's really most of what Symphogear, the main series, can afford because of the pace. And sadly, it's something that's visible only on your second or third or fourth or fifth rewatch. And when you're watching it either alone or you're watching it with someone who reacts to it and maybe notices things that you didn't. When you sit here and you have to talk, you have to add commentary and whatnot, I admit I sometimes miss things, but such is the nature of providing commentary. The same goes for video games, gameplay, and whatnot. So I sometimes do miss that subtle characterization, and this OVA serves to alleviate that. It explicitly shows Chris's personality. It explicitly shows Kirika's and Shirabe's personality. It explicitly shows the relationships people have in here, right? And again, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. Also, because it doesn't only talk about fun stuff, about our main cast going for some ice cream, or Maria, Shirabe, and Kirika joining Miku and Hibiki in at Flower and going for karaoke, and Miku being completely awestruck that Maria Cadenzavna Eve is singing karaoke with her. But it also spends some time getting into those deeper things, right? Like I mentioned before, the fact that Chris got the altar for her parents, the whole thing with Shirabe being concerned about Kirika and Maria going through hard times, going through some things in their head, the whole bit with Maria grabbing free food because they can't really afford much luxury. The three of them sleeping on the floor in the cold. Sure, it was played up for humor. Haha, she has cold feet, and haha, Maria is cold now, and haha, funny reactions. But when you look at it at face value, they are sleeping on the floor on just some blanket. It didn't even look like a tatami or a mattress, right? It really, there is some additional depth here, and I very much appreciate it. Is there anything else that needs to be said? What the fuck is that? Yeah, it's just an ant carrying something. Get used to it. The whole building is probably infested with ants. We tried absolutely everything, and they're still here. But so, well, I guess I at least don't have to worry about crumbs on the floor because the ants are gonna just take care of it the next day. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for the OVAs. Next, if you're watching it on Patreon, look forward toward the concert. If you're watching it on YouTube, the concert has already been there, so go watch the VOD, and probably by the time this OVA video makes it to YouTube, the first episode of the next season will probably also be up. Either right now or in a few hours or maybe the next day. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out the schedule. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I really liked those OVAs. That's basically the gist of it, and I can't wait to see more of them. And I hope that every season has some of those OVAs that show what happened before that season and what happened after. Just additional bit of exposition. I mentioned it during the end, during the finale of Symphogear G, that I kinda wished they spent just a little while, showing where they're now, right? Shirabe, Kirika, and Maria arriving at the school, that was my example. And I think the OVA served fairly well as that additional bit of information. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So, as usual, you guys, you tell me what did you think of this episodes of my reaction of... I didn't really create any theories, but if you think I did, then tell me what you think of my theories, opinions, and whatnot. Maybe I missed something in this OVA. I mean, you guys prove me time and again that I'm missing things in Symphogear, some subtle movements and eye twitches and whatnot. Maybe I missed something here as well. Do let me know in the comments. Of course, leave spoilers out of it if you want to talk spoilers. Discord here, link also in the description. Join it, there's a Symphogear channel, you can use spoiler tags and talk spoilers there with fellow people who are also deeply, intimately familiar with all of Symphogear. I'm not, so I don't want spoilers. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases, not only of Symphogear, but also of Symphogear 3rd season. Is it like GX? I think something like that. The 3rd season of Symphogear is gonna be starting soon, you don't want to miss it. If whatchamacallit, Review Starlight is still coming out, then you will also want to stay subscribed for that. If it's not coming out, then I'm gonna be watching the movie, so you might wanna stick around for that, and for whatever other non-seasonal shows I will be watching. Actually, what should I recommend you? Because I think by the time this OVA gets to YouTube, I will have already finished the previous season. That is Spy X Family, Tatenusha no Nariagari Season 2, Skeleton Knight in Another World, and Shokei Shoujo Virgin Road. So I guess watch them, and what's coming in the next season, I don't know yet, or maybe I do. Maybe I already had a live stream where I talked about things in the next season. I don't know, it's weird making a video 2 weeks before it gets on YouTube. Stay subscribed so you get notified of whatever the fuck I decide to watch next. Maybe I'm gonna put it that way. Leave a comment, already told that, why am I repeating myself? Support me if you want. You can support me monetarily on Patreon, link in the description, and for $10 you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear and whatever other non-seasonal I'm gonna be watching next. And for just $1 you get a place in the credits, and you get a role on my Discord server that gives you access to a channel where I post some previews, some bloopers, some things like that. If you're interested, go join it. And you can also support me also without spending a single dime. As I mentioned at the beginning, sharing my videos is really more than enough. The word of mouth really helps channels grow. Join my Discord, already said that. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me for today. As always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the credits I promised. You can help expand the list or start another with a different header tier money of